hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining me on Twitter Spaces. And hi, Elon. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. Welcome to Twitter Spaces. It's great to have you, and I think everyone's really excited to hear the announcement.
Well, great, Elon. I'm really excited to join you on this. And when you think about what's happening in our industry, and I've been in it for 40 years, this is the most exciting time when we look at this transformation to EVs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is one of the great inflection points um, in vehicles. It's I think comparable to really the moving production line, and so it's a profound change in the world. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think you and I both know and that in order to drive EV adoption, we need to have a robust charging infrastructure. And so I'm really excited to announce our collaboration with you and with Tesla. And by the way, your team is fantastic, that we plan to adopt the North American charging standard. And we're working really hard that our first vehicle will come in 2025. To me, what's even more exciting is that our existing EV customers can leverage the 12,000 Tesla fast chargers early next spring with an adapter. So I couldn't be more excited about what this is going to do for customers and for EV adoption.
That's great. And I obviously want to emphasize that you have our full support, and we're incredibly excited to partner with you on this. It's and just really make it a fantastic electric vehicle experience, whether somebody is driving a car from GM or from Tesla.
Well, I agree, and I think I think we have a real opportunity here to really drive this to be the unified standard for North America, which I think will even enable more mass adoption. So I couldn't be more excited.
Well, it's fantastic. So I think this is really great for consumers, and yeah, I'm not sure if people in North America realize like it's a much better standard, and it's only one connector that automatically detects whether it's AC or DC, automatically adjusts for the current, and it's also it's light and easy to handle, and I think aesthetically is also preferable. We're honored to have you join us, and as I said, you will have our absolute full support.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the full support. And what you just mentioned, I think, is one of the key reasons why we're excited to be making this change because of the design and performance of the North America charging standard, from an ergonomic perspective and from a reliability, durability. So I think it's, like I said, to me, anytime you're making a decision that is better for customers, it's better for the company as well, better for the industry. And, from a GM perspective, this really almost doubles access to chargers that GM has already made available. So, again, this I think is a really positive day for GM. I'm glad you feel it's great for Tesla as well. And I don't know if you want to say anything else, or maybe we could take some questions.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I think questions would be great. Do you want to pick people, or how should we do it?
I think if you have, why don't we start? I know one of the questions we're going to be asked is why is General Motors making this change now? And from a GM perspective, as I said, as we looked at this and realized we could, really address one of the biggest issues that customers are telling us is, hey, I like EVs, but if it's going to be my only vehicle, I need to know that there's a robust charging infrastructure. So I think this gives us a huge opportunity to do something that's better for customers and to drive it to be the standard. That's why GM's making this decision. But let's see if there's some other questions in the chat.
Great. Well, it's I think you have host authority, so it's up to you to sort of pick someone and invite them to be a speaker. But I think I see a lot of really great people that have tuned in and know a lot about the electric vehicle industry. So I think you could almost pick almost anyone, and they'll have some great questions.
All right. Well, I'm looking at the chat right now, and there's what I'm seeing is a lot of excitement. People are saying, "Can't wait, exciting!" But there is one question coming in that says, "When will the adapters be available?" And so, we plan to have adapters be available to customers early next spring. And so, again, this is coming soon, even though the vehicles will be in 25. Let's see. Another question is, what would you say to someone considering an EV but is skeptical of the available charging? And I said, I would say that, when you look at the fact that, Tesla and Elon, you have a large charging network already. And then, with General Motors joining and with Ford, the three US based auto companies are all on one standard.
Yeah.
And so, I think that's going to drive a lot of adoption, which I think will be really important. So for the customer who's skeptical of an EV, I think it all just got a little better. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think this will really help put people's mind at ease, and um, yeah, we can focus on one standard, and it's really going to be great for consumers. They just won't have to worry about which which plug, which socket, which charging station, and it'll just work seamlessly. So I think this is going to be just a really fundamentally great thing for the advancement of electric vehicles in North America.
Yeah, I completely agree. Here's another question. Will new GM EVs with the North American charging standard be able to use a CCS charger? Yes, I think it is today that a Tesla consumer can do that, and those customers will be able to use an adapter with CCS chargers. And that's why I think this is so important because it unlocks both. But I think
Yeah.
when you look at the fact that Tesla already has the North American charging standard, and now when you look at, you've got two big OEMs doing it as well, I think that's key.
That sounds great. And I do want to reiterate to Jim, owners out there that Tesla's not going to do anything to prefer Tesla, so it really will be an even playing field. So I think people should feel comfortable buying a Tesla or a GM car, and we will provide support equally to both. Um, the most important thing is that we advance the electric vehicle revolution.
I completely agree with you, Elon. And so I know you're super busy, so I really want to thank you for taking time to make this announcement. So I think we probably should close things out. But again, an important step for General Motors for sure. I think something good for the customers and good for our industry. So I really want to thank you. And again, shout out thanks to your team as well.
You're most welcome. It's an honor to work with you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.